friends, welcome back to my channel, Leela's Lovely Life. I am Leela, and we're going to do a car vlog today. I have a video in the movie maker that I haven't finished. I have one waiting to go in the movie maker, or maybe I already put it in there and I just haven't worked on it. And now this one, so I'm not sure which is going to go first. I don't know, but I know some of you like car vlogs. How am I feeling today? Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to speak up. I'm feeling like my lungs don't feel great. I'm having allergy issues. And yeah, I don't feel great, but that seems to be the story of my life lately. Went on a walk with Mark the other day to one of the only trails that I know of, walking trails that I know of, where I live. And I got out of breath and it took me a while to catch my breath. And I didn't have my inhaler with me because I've never had asthma before this year. So I'm thinking about, I've heard of, there's some herb, it starts with a B, and it helps your lungs, it heals your lungs. And my friend gave me some of it when I had such a bad time before, but I had to have medical intervention at that point. I had to have pharmaceuticals, strong pharmaceuticals. So anyway, I inhaled some Trilogy today, one of my samples. I had to start taking it, and I was down to like 7 doses. Now I'm down to 6. I had to today. Before I could go to sleep last night, I had to use my inhaler. I don't know what's going on with me, but that's just life right now. So as you can tell, I'm procrastinating. I don't want to drive. At least I don't have to drive on the highway. I can go the back way to the grocery store. We're going to HEB, the only grocery store that we have in South Texas, in the Corpus Christi area. It's 10 o'clock. I'm a little hungry. I have my list, and I have this little note on here. I have a protein bar. It's going to be my breakfast, and yeah, I'm going to turn this off and start driving. If there's anything interesting along the way, I will show you. Like any cows in the field, just anything interesting, I will show you. If not, I'll see you. I'll pull the camera out at the HEB. I don't know if you saw that woman. She was trying to pull out of her parking space, and I was trying to get around the cart in the middle of the parking lot, and she got mad at me for what? She just sped off. That's how people are right now. That is how people are acting where I live right now. I don't know if they're acting like that where you live, but they're so angry for what? Because I'm trying to park. What's the point? What's the point in that? I'm just fed up with it. And as children of the light, and as, you know, a Christian, we're called to be peacemakers, but sometimes Especially lately, it's just increasingly difficult to maintain my cool and to overlook things. That's just how I'm feeling right now. I saw a good Instagram post, and apparently Bud is walking around my front porch because the alarm keeps going off. I just got good news. This good news is making me cry. That's great. I'm gonna go into HEB. Okay. I was gonna share something with you guys about on Instagram, and this is the perfect time to do it. So I'm gonna turn off the. I'm gonna read the thing. I used to get overwhelmed by my feelings. Used to. I let my feelings of doubt, fear, anger, and exasperation grow and take over by crying out to God with things like, "Where are you? I am so alone. I'm drowning. I can't take this anymore. The weight feels unbearable. What do you want from me?" God patiently taught me through gentle whispers that came from reading His Word every day that I was amplifying my pain by declaring it aloud to Him over and over and over. No doubt King David did the same thing in his prayers all throughout the Psalms. The difference is, he didn't stop there. He didn't let his feelings take over. He always, every time, returned to the truth of God's Word, and by the end of his prayers, he was instead declaring God's majesty and character. One day at my lowest, I cried out Scripture instead. I declared aloud, "Lord, you are good, and your mercy endures forever." Immediately, my focus shifted from the horribleness of my feelings to the goodness of God. I have to compose myself before I go into HB. pumpkins. Okay, can you see me? First things first. So cute, right? Hand sanitizer. My nose is running. People were looking at me like I was crazy in there. I don't know if that's because they could tell I'd been crying and they were scared for their life. They're like, she's emotionally unstable. That's all we need in the HEB. But, lipstick is half worn off. I'm a mess. I am a mess. I'm finishing my morning coffee. I'm going to put my phone back on the charger. And we're going to get going. Ooh. So, people in this HEB are so friendly. I mean, you do get some people in bigger HEBs where I live that are not friendly, but pretty much it's their company policy to be friendly. I hate backing out of parking lots. It's the worst thing. One of the worst things. That and driving on the highway. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, people at this HEB are pretty friendly, which it helped my mood. And there was this little old man who didn't speak English, or if he did, he spoke very little. And we were just walking around the store smiling at each other. I mean, I was smiling at him more than he was smiling at me. He probably thought I was a creep. But I met him at the Bananas, and yeah, he's probably glad I'm gone. I have a hard time recognizing some people's faces, so there was another man in there who looked very similar, and I smiled at him, and he kind of looked at me like I was a creep. But I'm like, you know, I'd rather smile at someone and them think I'm a weirdo than the opposite. Than me be a jerk to someone and them think I'm a jerk. So, yeah. I had a nice encounter with somebody's grandpa who didn't speak English, and it lifted my spirits. And he was kind of, at first he got a hand basket. And so I was thinking, okay, he's like, he came in there for banana. He started off with bananas, because you have to start off in the produce section. You don't have to, but that's the way the store is organized. And then later he went and got like a buggy, but he kept walking back and forth. And so I was thinking, is he on a really tight budget? Does he need help with money? And I told God, I said, if you want me to offer him some cash so that he can have groceries, just bring him by my cart. But he didn't come back by my cart, so I guess he didn't need money for groceries. Because if he did, God would have sent him back by my cart. So now I'm on the way home. I didn't film everything because when I first got in there into the produce section, which if you've watched my hauls, and my vlogs, my car vlogs, you know, that particular HEB, and most of them, not most of them, another one that I go to in Corpus Christi, has 3 separate entrances, and that one makes me feel so safe, because if there's ever a problem, there are 3 separate entrances you can choose to exit the building. Not including running out through the back, which I've never had to do. But anyway, those 3 entrances, of course, 2 of them, one of them takes you to the produce, one of them takes you like close to the pharmacy, and then one takes you just right through the middle. But I know that one of the grocery store strategy is to drop you off, to make you go to the vegetable section first, so that you start to get decision fatigue. So anyway, I can't remember what I was talking about, except that I was talking about the man who was getting bananas. And yep, now I am on my way home. I got everything on the list, and they had my coffee, which I drink half calf now. So HEB has not been having half calf. It has been having, I've been having to get either the HEB brand, which is not as good as Folgers, which is what I drink, because they're the only brand that makes half calf that I know of. Yeah, I can make myself, but make half calf myself. And I would if I had to. But anyway, I'm headed home now, so I didn't show you guys any cows because the cows were not out. There was an Australian shepherd that looked very confused. There were some workers. I don't know what they were doing. And I saw this beautiful black and white dog, and I was like, what is going on? And he looked very confused, so he may be in the middle of the road again. Hopefully he's not hurt. I didn't stop. I can't handle right now with my emotional state. I can't handle rescuing another dog. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure one of the reasons people are pretty on edge is because they're threatening us with nukes, right? World War III, and according to Bible prophecy, everything, you have to watch Israel, because Israel is God's chosen, the Jewish people are God's chosen people, and Israel was reformed back into a nation in 1948, and as you know, Israel is at war with one of Iran's proxy militias, Hamas. And now they're starting in on, Hezbollah is starting in on Israel. And we all know who's friends with Iran and who's friends with Israel, and everybody's taking sides, and it looks like a war is going to break out. The war, the last war, which suffering is suffering. So as a Christian, I have to stand with Israel, and Hamas is a terrorist organization. You can't tell me that what they did to the Israeli citizens was not an act of terrorism. I don't know what, and if that's not terrorism, I don't know what is. So I think that has everybody on edge, including me, and extremely emotional and all the things. And sometimes it just feels like it's too much. Because if you're a Christian, then you're getting attacked pretty hard right now by our enemy, Satan, and his fallen angels. That's just the blunt, honest fact. And I don't see the Australian shepherd, but I'm not going fast because I don't want to have to slam on my brakes. Hopefully she belongs to one of the farms over here, and she or he just went home. I'm assuming it's a she, just because it looked like a girl. She behaved like a girl. She didn't seem aggressive at all. It didn't seem aggressive at all. I'm assuming it's a girl. So, but anyway, so I know that the prophecy says nations are going to end up turning on Israel, and you already see that. You already see people saying that Israel should not be defending themselves. So, yep, it's just the Middle East just goes back to Ishmael and Isaac. It goes back to the Ishmael and Isaac story. So if you don't know the Ishmael and Isaac story, go look it up. It's in Genesis. I believe it's in Genesis. I don't know the exact chapter, but so it's been going on since almost the beginning of time. So anyway, so that's why it's hard really to speak about it, because it's not simple, it's complicated. It goes back literally thousands of years. So everybody just needs to take a chill pill. But we know, because we're living in the end times, that that's not going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera off for now. I'm going to go home, and I'll see you at home. Red. Did I leave Red outside? Oh my gosh. No, there you are. Hi, Red. Are you losing your hearing, buddy? Probably. Come on, let's get out of kennel. Let's get out of your kennel. What a good girl. Let's go potty. So sassy. I already put the milk away and the creamer away, but I wanted to show you in case I didn't show you in the store. I'm just going to show you everything. I got Monterey Jack cheese because I want to make chicken enchiladas. Mark likes chorizo and eggs, so I got, these were on sale. They were 2 for $2, so $1 a piece with the coupon. I got some butter, a half calf. You saw I got the whole chicken cut up because I've been craving homemade chicken noodle soup. I got tortillas I got flour tortillas for the enchiladas. 2 spaghettis. I wasn't sure if I had any powdered sugar, but I need them for some cookies. Squirrels and elbows, bananas. I got 4, this is like Rotel. Got a baking powder because the one I have is not very fresh. I got some mushrooms. I got 3 large sweet potatoes. And I got tomatoes. 3 tomatoes. And a cucumber. And that's it, I believe. And yes, I need to clean my kitchen. But I'm going to go sit down for a little bit. Okay, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl, yeah. leave this out because it is Vet Tech Week, and I made sugar cookie dough. And I always use this recipe. Not everyone loves it, but it's my favorite. From this book that I got at a thrift store, of all places, or a garage sale, one of those. And I thought, you can't go bad with home economics teachers' favorite desserts. And I've been using this recipe since the kids were little, since I got the cookbook. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought because I'm looking at the dogs. Look. I need to refill their water. I need to make sure that they have water. Yeah, so anyway, it's Vet Tech Week, and I told Kate I would make her cookies in the shape of dog treats. But I ran out of energy last night, so I am finishing that up today, and I wasn't sure if I had confectioner sugar. And I found out when I made the dough that I needed fresh baking powder. And sometimes I'll just walk around the HEB, especially that one, just because I want to see if they have anything on the shelves that's like clearance. And also because sometimes I'll think about it and I will have forgotten to put it on my list, but then I'll see it at the grocery store and it like triggers my brain to get it. So that's what happened. Yeah, and I was also kind of waiting around for that man, sort of. I was just taking my time. You know, the grocery store had a good vibe to it. There was no crazy people there. Sometimes, you know, you get a couple crazies and you're like, okay, just get your stuff and get in and get out. But most of the time, it's just a pleasant place that time in the morning when, you know, older people go, housewives, moms, or dads of school-age children. And yeah, so I was just walking up and down the aisles, a pleasant atmosphere, you know, I had the time, and things that were not on my list got on my list, but that's what happens. I will jump back on here in a little bit. I'm going to go give these lights of my life some water and get some water myself. I'm just going to go ahead and put the stuff away, and yep, probably clean the kitchen. The actual kitchen part needs to be cleaned. Turn on my wax warmer, which I can do right now. And yep, my dough is setting out, so I'll be able to shape that. I need to get my cookie cutter. That's something I need to do that we can do together. My goodness, maybe I shouldn't be filming right now. Oh, seems to be a lot going on. Okay. These are my cookie cutters. This is my dog bone. I really do use it for dog treats. Hang on, let me grab it. In the past I have hung it up. I hung it up on the side of this bookcase. Whenever Mark and I didn't have shelves in the kitchen, we used this bookcase. And these are Preston and Kate's little rolling pins that my mom got for them, that they would help me with baking, and they also used it for Play-Doh. And yes, we use the same one because soap and water. So here is this, and I'm also going to get out my leaf. Whoops, my pumpkin. No, not that. Oi. Don't need any comments from the peanut gallery, thank you very much. And then I have this leaf and this leaf. And I have a foot, but I don't need to use a foot. Oh, I have an acorn. Look at this. That's fortuitous. That could be fun. Wait. I told you I'm a mess today. Oh, here it is. Just wanted to show you. I mean, I can still use it, and I'm not going to throw it away. But baking season is coming up, and I was fortunate enough to be able to afford it. We're getting there. I still need to refill their water. So I found these two. Of course, I haven't gone through every single thing, but I'm starting to, since last year I found out what Halloween really was, and God talked to me about it, and I've gotten rid of everything that I come across that's Halloween. But I hadn't made sugar cookies in a while because of my grieving process was still alive and well, and that's not one of my coping mechanisms. So anyway, I'm getting rid of these now. They're good enough to donate, but I'm not going to donate something that I feel so strongly about not having. So they're going in the trash. Anyway, it's me. It's me. I probably need some self-care or something. So you walk a fine line between doing the right thing and not wanting to offend people. So I'm sitting here thinking I should have just looked for that man and gave him some money. But then that's very judgmental in a way as well. But then it looked like he wasn't just shopping knowing that he was either confused because he's not from here, or he just didn't have the money to buy what he needed. And if it was the second, I could help him, but I didn't know what to do. So anyway, I left it up to God, and God didn't bring him back by my basket, but I'm still like, should I have hunted him down? The Holy Spirit says no, but it's kind of reminded me that this is the holiday season, and if you can afford it, give to your local food bank. They can, in my area, the money is better because they can order from the food bank of Corpus Christi and get a better deal than you and I can at the grocery store. So giving them money in my area, in my particular area in Corpus Christi, Texas, is the better option. However, any donation is appreciated. And I'm going to make a list. I'm going to just go through the computer, talk to people. I am going to do something about it because I just can't. You guys. If people are hungry, we have to help them. That's the bottom line. Because it could be us. And how would we like it? Okay, I'm going to stop. So cute. Kate bought that for us at Kohl's. Wait, was it Kohl's? I think it was Kohl's. Quite remember. These cups, I don't know where we got them, but they are the most industrial things. Maybe Dollar Tree. We drop things so many times, and those don't break. So it looks like I'm almost out of my big thing of lavender. And I used to measure it, but I don't anymore. You know, whatever. It does cut the grease and it smells really good. So I don't want to use too little, but I don't want to use too much. But I don't want to get the funnel out and the tablespoon out and everything. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. And now it'll spray the fine mist that I really need. I thought I'd also fill up my bleach and my window cleaner while I'm over here cleaning the side of the kitchen. So this one's bleach, and yes, I use bleach. I get it from the Dollar Tree. It's the cheapest place to get bleach right now where I live. And look, I used it all, so I had to get a new one. So I like the smell of bleach. I've always liked the smell of bleach. Some people don't like the smell of bleach. You use whatever it is that you can handle. But I like this for the bathroom. And you honestly don't need very much. That's probably more than enough for this little container. So just fill the rest with water. And what I like to do after I get it on is shake it up. And I'll just, bleach feels warm on your hand because it's a base. I'll just smell it. It smells like it has a lot of chlorine. And my hand's starting to get a little warm, not super hot, but so that's enough. And I'm just going to go ahead and wash the bleach off just for safety's sake. It's not going to hurt me because it's so diluted, but you know, I don't necessarily want it sitting on my skin either. So this next thing, I would prefer Windex to be honest with you, but it'll do. I'm not going to throw it away. And the same thing, I'm not going to read the directions. I don't know if you're supposed to dilute it like by half, like half water, half thing, but I'm going to pour about that much in there. And let's see what it says. Add a 1/4 cup of Ocean Breeze multi-surface cleaner to 1 gallon of warm water. Oh, that's for floors. General cleaning. Add 1/4 cup of Ocean Breeze multi-surface cleaner to 1 gallon. Okay, so it's the same. So that's probably plenty, because that was like, I don't know, 3 tablespoons. That's about almost 1/4 of a cup. So I probably used too much, but that's okay. I'm trying to use it up, actually. I'm going to wash my hands just, you know, because I can. And right now I'm using this. I know it's not fall. Can you see that? Hopefully it focused. Lemon pound cake. So I didn't show you because my storage ran out, but I have some cookies in the oven. It's like 3 o'clock and I'm hungry. I'm hungry enough to eat. I need to eat. I want to eat. So I put a wrap here and I'm using leftovers. So this is some leftover taco meat that I just put in the microwave. And these are some lettuce leaves I just rinsed and I'm drying off. I'm going to put them in here. And I will show you what it looks like before I roll it up. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Thinking about putting a little bit of cheese I have left and some sour cream. So as you can see, some of my cookies broke right in the middle. I don't think I took them. I think I should have taken them off of the sheet pan sooner. So I'm a little frustrated because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cookies that it broke. I do still have some cookie dough left that I was going to make leaves out of that you saw. But now I'm wondering if I shouldn't just go ahead and make them all into dog bones. So I'm watching YouTube. I found a new channel. The channel is Homemaking on the Homestead.
That one is cancel it. If you are not using, cancel it.
And I'm going to go ahead and start to ice these sugar cookies. I don't have any sprinkles. I thought I at least had some sprinkles, but I don't. So they're just going to be boring old iced sugar cookies. And I have something going on the stove. I just have like a Fiesta bowl kind of skillet dinner going. And yep, that is what I'm doing. Hopefully these will pass the test. And I have wax paper underneath. I knew I should have bought sprinkles today. I don't know why I didn't. Because I thought I had some, that's why I didn't. So I have 2 left, and I'm out of icing. I'm watching Watchman River. I need to go make more cookies and more icing. So these are the last of the cookies. I'm listening to Repo. Red, this is your bed right here. It's okay, she's hot-natured. She doesn't want to lay in her bed anyway. I don't know why they're so down in the mouth tonight. So that is it, friends. I need to catch my breath, wash my hands, and put all of this away. Anyway, I hope you guys found this helpful, informative, or at the very least entertaining. And I mean, not the part about talking about Israel and the war, but you know, all the other bits. So yeah, give me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I would love to have you here, and I will see you in the next one, friends. Bye.